Yes, people. Hope we're all keeping safe and well on this Monday afternoon. Yes, come on, smash a like, have your say in the comment section. Look, Tottenham. Are any more signings coming through the door? Yeah, the clock's ticking. The clock is ticking. Are we getting anyone else through the door? Transfer window slams shut on the 1st of September, I believe. Um, which is not far away now. Yeah, Tottenham's first game against Brentford is only around the corner. We have no attackers. Well, we do, but we don't, if that makes sense, yeah? Our attacking options right now are very slim. Very slim. I'm beginning to think now, and I hope I'm wrong in saying this, but I'm getting vibes that the Spurs hierarchy are clinging on hopes of a Kulusevski, a Kudus, to break through and do something instead of actually spending. To think Tottenham, right, were after this man last summer. Last summer. And it just seems to be the same thing now, doesn't it? Seems to be the same old thing. Are we going to get Savinho? Are we going to get that signing? People, let me know in the chat. I honestly feel that it's not going to happen now. I hope I'm wrong. Yeah, I really do hope I am wrong. I really do. Honestly, I do. Honestly, I do. You know, we are so desperate for more attacking options. We need that left winger. Most importantly, we need that striker. But obviously, the midfield again is more important, I should say. Yeah, It- with your midfield, it's all about getting that creativity, getting that ball to your pinpoint, getting it to the striker. Of course, as well as having a top striker. Yeah. Are we going to get Savinho? That's looking very slim now, isn't it? It's looking very slim. Are we going to get that signing through the door? At the same time, are we going to offload certain players that are simply not good enough in a Spurs shirt anymore? Yeah, for those of you that watched my stream yesterday, um, I know I've said it before, and I will say it again. I've said it many times. We need a huge offload. To think we've only got rid of Radu Dragozin, who by the way is only a loan deal. That you know what I mean. It's just really not good, is it? It really isn't good. Really isn't good. We should be offloading players. I know there's going to be teams out there that not going to want half the squad because they're just so average. So average. But to think we got rid of people like Will Lancashire for 20 plus mil to Middlesbrough. I'm hearing Ashley Phillips is not actually a done deal when I thought it was. Yeah. Manor Solomon, I'm hearing that he's on his way to West Ham. That news come through yesterday, but obviously still not officially confirmed. I actually spoke about Manor Solomon yesterday, and right now with with what we do have, I would actually keep hold of Solomon until at least January, and then we see where we are. Yeah, I know we can do a lot better than him, but just I'm just saying, you know what we currently have right now is just it's just like you just want to pull your hair out, don't you? It's so unbearable, people, so unbearable. But come on, look, um, smash that like button on your way through. I really appreciate it. Share the channel, get subscribing, press the all notifications so when I do upload. You will hear it first, people. You will hear it first. So look, transfers. Where are they? Have your say in the chat. Come on, people. Have your say in the chat. Have your say in the chat. I want to hear people's opinions. People's opinions. Who do we need? Who do we need as our left winger? Who do we need as our striker? Yeah. Who do we need to come into our squad to really not only get things going, but to, well, basically everything, to be honest. Top four. I know it's a long way off, a long, long way off. Of course, I'd love Spurs to be in a top four, but right now, with what we do have, it ain't. It's not gonna happen. It really ain't gonna happen. I know the saying in football, anything can happen. If Man United can do it, well, why couldn't Spurs? Well, let's face it. United had more attacking options. Yeah, we don't, or didn't, whatever. You know what I mean? So I'm just seeing a comment here. Prepare to fail. Failure to prepare. It really is shambolic now. It really is shambolic. To think it started off nicely in this summer transfer window. Yeah, Robertson, Senesi, Van Heck, Dubravka, Matthias Fernandes, Sandro Tonali, and now it's just gone. Where is signing number 7? Where is signing number 8? If we don't finish this summer transfer window in getting that midfielder, getting that left winger, getting that striker, then this summer transfer window has been a complete failure. A complete failure. It really has. If that's to be, Gakpo. What's going on there? What's going on there, people? What's going on there? Well, if you want my thoughts, I feel Liverpool are only holding on to Gakpo until they hear the news on getting Bradley Barcola. That's how I see it. But it's really dragging on now, isn't it? Really dragging on. Really, really dragging on. This would be a very good signing, Victor Osimhen. But I feel not so much the price tag, but just the wages. The wages could be the downfall. We all know Spurs, especially in the past, are not very willing in paying players top dollar. Yeah, Osimhen would be, I'd say, weekly at least 300 to 400 a week, 4K, 400K a week. But come on, thoughts. Let's hear your thoughts on this. Let's hear your thoughts on this. Who's our left winger? Who's our striker going to be? Please, 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 please let me know. Let me know your thoughts. Who would you love to see? Who would you love to see come in? Who would you love to see come in? I'm hearing this one earlier. Well, actually, this come through this morning on one of the WhatsApp chats I'm on. So supposedly linked with both Milan clubs now, Inter Milan and AC Milan. Was it last week we were hearing that he was, well, let's put it this way, Liverpool were interested, but that's apparently a no-no. Nothing of it. But again, I've said this many times about Jed Spence. I know he's got that in him where he can throw his toys at the pram, but I just can't help but think back to the World Cup. The way Jed Spence was in the World Cup for England, he was phenomenal, and that could be the turning point. That really could be the turning point for Jed Spence in a Spurs shirt. But I know, and we all know that Porro would be starting over him. Yeah, we all know that. So look, it's as the saying goes in football. Just watch this space. You never know. You never know. But going back to Savinho, this makes me laugh. To think this was coming out. Well, this come out last summer, like I was talking about early in the stream. Linked with Savinho last summer, and we're still talking about, are we getting Savinho? And this was from the big man, Fabrizio Romano. What even happened back then? It's bonkers, isn't it? It really is bonkers. You would have thought by now the hierarchy would have gone, right, okay, yeah, we're not getting our man. Let's move on. Let's try Gakpo. Yeah. Let's try someone like a Jack Grealish, for example. Yeah, Jack Grealish. Who else? Who else? Who else? Because it's getting very, very desperate now, isn't it? It's getting very, 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 very desperate. To think our man Madders is well, we all know he's injury prone, right? Very injury prone. Um, some people may say he's made of glass. It's not good, is it? It's not good. Again, I said yesterday on my stream, I feel like, don't get me wrong, I love Madders. He's a very good player, very, very good player on his day. But it's just, can we risk? Can we really risk um, keeping him? Can Madders do a full season without getting injured? Probably not. Honestly, probably not. It's like I said, it's getting very, very desperate now. Very, 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 very desperate. Very desperate. I'm gonna start going through some of the chat. So we've got a big, let me get the chat up on here first, people. Let me get the chat up. Where are we? Where are we? Let's go. We get rid of that. So yes, come on. Big up Aussie and you saying big up Hotspur Flicks. Loving the world beating content. No, I do appreciate it. Do appreciate it, Aussie and you really do. Big up Rodney Martin as well. Saying big up Torquoise. We are not going anywhere soon with this club. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's just to think how, like I said, to think how the summer transfer window started. We were one of the first teams in the league to really kick things off. Robertson, Senesi, both free. Absolute bargains. Yeah, especially Senesi, who had a wonderful season with Bournemouth and only lost 7 Premier League games. They got Europa League football this coming season. So that will be an interesting watch there to see how Bournemouth get on. Yeah. And talking about Bournemouth, their recruitment, they can get rid of their top scorer, yet they replace. Just like that. Yeah. But am I as a Spurs fan, right? Am I as a Tottenham Hotspur fan looking forward to this new season? Now, a little part of me is, but the rest, I'm gonna right. Let's put it this way. Let's say 50% of me, 50% of me is, and the other half ain't. Let's just say it like that. I love the fact that we got De Zerbi. We've got a manager that's very, very hungry, very eager to guide this football club in the right direction, guiding this football club where they should be. Yeah. And again, I'm not the first to mention this. He gave me Pochettino vibes. Again, I said that yesterday on my stream. Check it out if you've not seen it. But he gave me Pochettino vibes. Going back to the last game of the season against Everton, I just love the way he comes across. You know, he's nearly every player that you've heard that's played under De Zerbi all have a good thing to say about him, and that's what I love. That's what I like hearing. Yeah, again, as soon as the season finished, De Zerbi come out and says something along the lines of there's only 12 players in this squad who I want to keep. The rest are obviously he's not let it out who those 12 players are, but we've got a very good idea who they are, right? And there's a lot still lurking around. One or two have gone out on loan, like your Draguzins, you know what I mean? Who I'm not going to lie, when they first joined, I thought I got a good signing here, and it just turned out to be a flop. Yeah. Big up John Stokes and big up Flicks. Also posted on X. I really do appreciate it, John. Big up. Really do appreciate it. Aussie and again saying people share this channel around. Really do appreciate everyone for sharing my channel. Really do. Again, big up Lee saying hello everyone. Lee saying hi to John. Big up Daryl saying failure to prepare to fail. Exactly that. Exactly that. It's like I keep saying, we started off well, but now it's just all looking very, very, very like, ugh, here we go again. Here we go again. This is why when I, again I find myself repeating myself a lot, but when Spurs are supposedly linked with a, a certain top player, yeah, back in my younger days, I'd be like, oh my god, wow, like a little kid in a sweet shop, going absolutely potty. But nowadays, when you hear Spurs linked with someone, you're like, yeah, right, yeah, okay. Believe it when you see it. I believe it when they're holding that Spurs shirt. I believe it when it's actually legit. Because 9 times out of 10, it's not going to happen. Yeah. Hence Savinio. What's going on there? Why is the hierarchy dragging their heels? I really wish they would let us know more, let out more information. You know what I mean? It's giving out mixed signals and things like that. That they should let us know a little bit more what's actually going on. Are they actually trying to figure out a solution? If they're not going to get Savinio, are they going to go for Gakpo? If they can't get Gakpo, are they going to go for so and so? You know what I mean? I just feel we are left in the dark, and we're all sitting here twiddling our thumbs. We're all arguing against one another, saying, Spurs are trying. You've got that person saying Spurs ain't trying. Hierarchy's this, the hierarchy's that. She said this, he said that. You know what I mean? It's all very, very But here we are. Here we are. Again, big up Rob Dean Martin saying I want Spurs to get Marmoush. Yeah, Marmoush bagged a couple of goals, didn't he, yesterday? I can't see him leaving City. But again, he would be a fantastic addition. Huge, huge, huge addition. Absolutely huge. Big up Sniper's Dream 26. He's saying we need to get we need to go for Reese from Wolfsburg, a left winger, but can play centre forward, cheap as chips and miles better than what we got up front. Do you know? I'm not going to lie to you, Snipers. I've never heard of this guy, Reese. Reese from Wolfsburg. If anyone or yourself can let me know a little bit more information on this guy, please let me know in the chat. Please let me know in the chat. Someone mentioned another player yesterday in my live, and Endrick, the Brazilian Endrick. I know he was he's currently at Real Madrid, isn't he? Again, not really looked too deep into him, so again, I couldn't really comment much on that. So again, this guy here, Reese from Wolfsburg, that's new to me. So like I said, if anyone in the chat can let me know a little bit more information on him, I'll be really appreciated there. I actually might put out the link in a minute. If anyone wants to join me, have your say and things like that, and feel free. I will put the link out shortly. Big up Simon Cohen. He's saying, "Hi Flicks, I'm not going to Spurs until we sort our front line out." Here we go. See, a lot of people are saying that, and I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Why pay out so much money just to see complete and utter trash, basically? You're not going there to see entertainment. Terrible, and it really is. It really is. But let's hope. Let's hope, because I was watching a bit of the Two Mark show this morning. That one guy on there, Danny. I know he gets on their show quite a lot. Big up, Danny. If you know, you know. He said, look, I'm still confident that Spurs are going to get the job done. They are going to get the attacking threat that we're all crying out for by deadline day. And I'm watching this, I'm thinking, I really hope you're right. I really hope you're right. I really hope you're right, because if we fail, this summer transfer window would have been, or could be, whatever, an absolute failure. To think how well it started, and if we don't get that, it's going to be other people are saying, well, if we don't get these other signings through the door, like I said, it will be an absolute failure, because it will. Are we going to protest? That's another thing now. People are talking about protests now. It's You couldn't make it up. You couldn't make it up. Um, Again, Sniper's Dream saying Dragazin rejected Bayern for us, apparently. Yeah, I heard the news. It was actually the other way around before Dragazin signed for Spurs a couple of seasons ago, wasn't it? That Bayern actually turned him down because he was on the verge of joining Bayern, wasn't he? So I heard at the time. But apparently it was the other way around. I find that hard to believe. I feel that it was right what I've heard first time. Bayern were supposedly interested in Radu Dragazin, and then they thought, nah, we'll look elsewhere. And obviously you can see why. You know what I mean? Simply not good enough. You know, he wasn't good enough in a Spurs shirt. You know, like a lot of them, just basically average, average. Sniper's Dream again. My words of wisdom: ignorance. You know what I mean? To disaster. We have been ignorant in to understand our strikers are not good enough. Exactly that. Our attacking force is average. Very average. Very average. And that's got to stop. That has to stop now. You know, to think the likes of Johan Lang, or not, you know, a lot of people are not really talking about Johan Lang and Vinay now, are they? That's gone very quiet, I've noticed. Very quiet. But obviously, I'd like to think, you know, especially if we don't get this transfer window completely finished, because in my opinion, we're only 50% complete. And even in De Zerbi's words, we're only 60% complete. So that's telling me and you, they're not finished yet. They're still going to get their left winger. They're still going to get that striker, possibly another midfielder. But the clock's ticking. The clock is ticking. To think we play Brentford in about 12 days' time, that's not far off, is it? That's not far off. Sniper's Dream again saying regarding Reese, was watching him on YouTube, German Division 2, Championship. Oh, okay, so Championship level down here. Ran the show for Wolfsburg. He was everywhere. Great engine. Okay, so after my stream, I'm gonna look him up. I'm gonna look him up, Sniper's Dream. Gonna look him up, and then when I do another video or whatever, then I'll mention him. I'll mention him. So yeah, I appreciate that one. I appreciate that one. So Reese, yeah, definitely. Big up Sonny as well, saying I'm going in Saturday. Got 2 tickets. In all, that's good value. I know it ain't that good right now, but someone's got to go. LOL. Hey, big up Sonny. Daryl again. They won't protest. They say you can't do it all in one window. Be some excuse. Again, Daryl saying too much divide in this fan base right now. Very divided. Very divided. Very divided. And again, you're very true there, Daryl. You know, they would come out with some excuse like that. You can't do it all in one window. Or the other one would be, like I said earlier, back in, I'm sure it was just before the January transfer window opened. And again, it was just before Mohamed Kudus got injured. And the person interviewing Johan Lang, Potter Lang, are you getting any more signings through the door? Is Tottenham Hotspur Football Club going to bring anyone else through the back door? And the answer was no. We don't need to. We got players coming back from injury. Well, where were those players that come back from injury? Because Kudus got injured shortly after that. We had no right winger. We had to rely on someone like Mathis Tell on the left, who is just strike force is just very dry. Very dry. Solanke and Richarlison. Surely not this season as well. We can't go through another season with those two up top. We can't afford to. We cannot afford to think, our defence and the midfield is not too shabby, especially the defence. The defence looks a lot more tightened up. There's a lot of options there. You can mix and match there. Yeah, you can mix and match there. But the midfield only 50%, and up top it's just, well, there's nothing there. It's non-existent. Non-existent. So like I keep saying, if we don't finish this off, this window would have been an absolute failure. An absolute failure. Right, I'm going to put the link up for anyone that wants to join me. Let me just put that in there. Bear with me, people, 1 sec. I think that's gone through. Has that gone through? Right, the link. I've just put the link in the chat now, people. So if anyone wants to join me, feel free. Feel free to have your say. Yeah, there, yeah. The link's in there. So yeah, like I said, feel free to have your say, people. Feel free. You know, Mikey Moore, a possible loan option. Again, a lot of people are saying get rid. Let's not forget about Mikey Moore, right? He's only 18. Yeah. I've said many times about someone like Mikey Moore. Keep him. Put him out on loan. Put him out on loan to a decent Championship side, or even better, a Premier League side. Let him gain that confidence. The kid's only 18. 18 years old. Other players like Bergville, he's had far too many opportunities. Far too many opportunities in this in a Spurs shirt. And again, some say, well, the ceiling's high. Well, how high is that ceiling? Because I'm sick of waiting now. Sick of waiting. To think we had the opportunity to offload Bergville to Nottingham Forest, so they say. We could have thrown it back at them. We'd have Morgan Gibbs-White in return. No brainer, right? No brainer. No brainer. Right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Here we go.
How are you, mate?
How you doing?
Yeah, not bad. You?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad, thank you. Not bad.
Yeah.
What's your
Sounds like
thoughts on this current situation right now?
I'm just as frustrated as you, Flicks,
Yeah.
with this striker situation. It's just dragging on and on and on and on. As you know, this Savinho thing's been going on for about a year. And hasn't it? So happy birthday on that one.
Definitely.
But we're nowhere near getting anybody in up front, are we?
No.
It's just rinse and repeat, isn't it, all the time? There's nothing going on. You look for all these links and it's just nothing. There's nothing.
No.
There's nothing. There's nothing going on. And now Kane's decided to stay with Bayern Munich. So
see, yeah, you mentioned I was gonna bring up the Harry Kane talk. You know, I heard a bit on TalkSport. You know, I listen to TalkSport quite a bit. I don't know if you do yourself.
No, I don't. But I do my head in. They can do my head in that lot. Some of these.
No, there's only a few. There's only a few people.
There's only a few I can listen to. The rest I can't.
Yeah, but yeah, there's a lot of talk and rumors and things going around that they actually spoke to Kane or Kane's camp, etc. Would you come back to Spurs? And the answer was no. Well, I find that hard to believe. I honestly feel they never spoke to him in the first place.
No, probably not.
Not only that, someone of Bayern, they're not going to want silly money for him.
No.
You know, we're probably talking at least 50 to 60 mil for Harry Kane, who's turned 33 this year.
Something like that. Yeah.
You know, that's a lot of money. But then again, he's
still a top player. He's still of course, he could do a great job for Spurs. He could do definitely a great job for Spurs. But it's just like I said, we've got 3 weeks, haven't we? 3 weeks till the window shuts. So they have to do something. But you just don't want anybody coming in, do you? He's got the players. If they get anyone, one or two players to come in, they've got to be a lot better than what we got up front. Or just it's not worth doing it, is it? They've got to be better than what Solanke and Richarlison and Tell. They have to be. It's no good just getting any Tom, Dick, or Harry in, is it?
But well, yeah, I know. Saying that, it's getting very desperate now, and I know I said yesterday on my stream. Right now, I would take anyone over those two right now.
But they have to be better.
Of course,
They have to be better, Flicks. They have to be better,
yeah.
don't they? You can't just like getting anybody off the street saying, "There you go, give it a go, see what you can do." But like I said, like I said, I keep thinking about Osman. That's gone very quiet. The
Yeah,
Osman thing, hasn't it?
of course, like, I would love Osimhen at Spurs,
Oh,
but
lovely. Yeah, that'd be brilliant. That would be a
it's
good
not going to
sign.
happen. It really won't happen.
No, I can't see it.
It
No, I
won't.
can't see it.
He's for one, he's going to want Champions League football. We can't give that to him for definitely this season.
That's right.
You know, wage wise as well, are Spurs willing to pay, let's say, between 3 to 400k a week? Probably not.
No.
So
it's a bit of a pipe. It's a bit of a pipe dream, isn't it? Really, pipe dream.
it is. It is. We can all dream, but in reality, it's not going to happen.
No.
It really isn't.
We've got three. Like I said, we've got 3 weeks to wait and see. And find out in 3 weeks' time who it's going to be. But it has to be a couple of players better than what we got. But it's like I said, and we've got Madison out. Kudus is still not up and running. Kudelski's still not. So it's three. Simmons is out till next year. So we've still got no creativity in the team, have we? We've only got number 10. It's going to be like Gallagher playing against Brentford. But look, it's going to be a number 10, isn't it? It's going to be playing in a number 10 role. Who else is who else are going to play in the 10 role? And he's not really a number 10, is he? Really, he's a player just runs up and down.
Yeah.
So I don't know where the creativity is going to come from. I really don't. If like I said, Madison's out and Kudus is out, I see that's another problem, isn't it? They've got to overcome.
Exactly,
Who's going to supply? Who's going to supply the bullets to whoever we got up front?
Exactly. Simon. Because again, it's only rumours and things I'm hearing, so I don't know how legit it is. But I've heard that De Zerbi is not too fussed about getting a new striker. He's more than comfortable with having Richarlison and Solanke.
Oh, really?
So what he's saying, I do not know. Again, Mathis Tell could be a false 9.
It could be. I've seen glimpses of Tell. I've seen glimpses. He puts quite a good ball in, doesn't he? I've seen glimpses. But
have you seen any of him in pre-season? Because I haven't. Obviously, I've seen the free kick he scored.
I thought that one against who is it? One of the out in Australia, that free kick. That was a very good goal. And I've seen he made a few good little runs the other day against Katafe down the left, and he could put a few balls in. But obviously, Richarlison didn't put them away. There's glimpses of Tell. There's glimpses, but you can't put all your eggs in that basket, can you? Waiting for him to start banging in about 10, 12 goals this season. It ain't going to happen. We just need a couple of. We need goals in this team, and at the moment, like I said last season, we only got over 40 plus goals last season in the league, and we've got to do a lot better than that, mate. Or we're going to be arguing. We'll be near the bottom again. So we need a couple of top strikers. So like I said, I honestly really don't know who it's going to be. I really don't. Mamouche would be good as well, but City aren't going to sell him. City aren't going to sell him to us. They're playing hardball with the other one. They're not going to give him, give us Mamouche, are they? So
no.
I really don't know. Where do you think this is going to end up? This end of this transfer window. Where do you reckon we're going to be in 3 weeks' time? Seriously, any better than we are now?
I really don't know. I really don't know.
You got nothing. You can't think of anybody who you think we could really get that will improve our front line.
Well, who do I feel Spurs are more than capable of getting? Well, Gakpo, he would be an upgrade to what we have right now. Definitely.
He's already said he'd like to come to Spurs, but Liverpool might play hardball. Then they know that we're desperate for a striker. But if they get their couple of targets in Liverpool, I reckon we could get Gakpo. But he is better than what we got. So that would be, a lot better than having Richarlison or Solanke up front, because he can play down the left and he can play through the middle. So Gakpo would be an improvement. So it's a possibility we could get him, but they'd be wanting silly money for him, won't they?
Possibly. I only feel we could get Gakpo if obviously Liverpool get their man in Bradley Barcola for PSG.
That's right.
That's the only way I'll see us getting Gakpo. Other than that, like I said,
they'll talk about Rashford, but Rashford don't want to come to Spurs. Rashford's not interested. He'd be good. Rashford, I'd like Rashford.
I'll take Rashford. Spurs.
Yeah, but he doesn't want. He don't want to come to Spurs, does he? I think he just wants to go abroad or something. But
well, the news come out that Rashford's got his new shirt number for the fourth time now. So,
so
it looks like he is. It looks like he is staying at United now. So
yeah. I know. But like I says, it's just I don't know. I was going to say, do you go to any of the games at all?
I've not been for some.
Spurs?
Yeah, I've not been for some time now.
No, I haven't been for quite a while. Like I said in my little message I sent a little while ago, until we sort our forward line out, I'm not going to go.
Yeah.
No,
exactly,
I could do it. I could go. I can afford to do it and go and watch them because I'm a senior citizen, so I can do it. But to go and watch Richarlison and Solanke and Tell up top, I can't put myself through that. I know the defence looks good and the midfield's a lot better.
Yeah.
And we've got the goalkeeping situation sorted out, but the forward line, I just can't go there and watch those two clowns up. So I've seen some great strikers over the years. I was brought up in Jimmy Greaves in the in the 60s, so I've seen some wonderful strikers. Yeah, I've seen some great strikers since then. Obviously, a couple not so good, but these two compared to Kane and Son and like Bale, when we had like Bale, Son, and all them kind of top players, and we've stuck with these two until. And obviously, Kudus is don't get me wrong, Kudus is a good player. But he's another one who's like injury prone, isn't he?
I don't know, Sam. I'm trying to think back to his time at West Ham. I don't really remember him having many injuries at West Ham.
At West Ham, no.
No, I wouldn't say. Yeah, I wouldn't say so much injury prone.
Okay.
But yeah, when he gets going, he's a phenomenal right winger, definitely.
Oh yeah, he's a good player, but we need somebody down the left to take the what's name off him, don't we? Take the pressure off him. Like I said, he always has about 2 to 3 players on him, doesn't he, Kudus? So we could do with a top left-sided player to help him out instead of all just going down the right and then getting tripled, doubled up or whatever.
Yeah.
But I honestly don't know, mate. Honestly don't know. But like I said, we'll have to pull a rabbit out of the hat somewhere along the line. just to make it worth me going there. Because at the moment, as I said, I'm not going until we sort out this forward line. I'll support from home. I'll always be, I've always been a Spurs supporter, so I'll support them from home. And if we sort out the forward line, I'll get down there.
Exactly.
Like I said, because I live a couple of hours away anyway, so it's not the easiest of journeys living in Buckinghamshire. So anyway, I can't think you've got anybody else lined up to come on. Am I taking anybody's slot up?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
No,
you're all good. No. You're all good. So with no attacking options right now, where do you see Spurs finishing?
With what we got, with those two up front, mid-table. I can't see us letting him. I can't see us letting him many goals.
No.
I think we might draw quite a few. We won't lose like we did last season. What it was 18,
definitely not.
17,
definitely
18,
not.
wherever it was last season. I can see us drawing quite a few. I think we'll be at the moment 9th, 10th, round about 10. I've got about 9th or 10th in my brain. Where do you think we're finished? What do you reckon?
I've been saying 10th a lot.
At the moment, yeah.
Yeah, 8th, 7th for a push.
Really?
Huge push.
That is a massive push. When he scored 40 odd goals last season.
I know. Yeah.
40 odd goals. If we want to be right up there, we need 70 plus goals. And that's like another 30 odd that what we got from last season. That ain't going to happen, is it? We're going to get another 30, are we, from what we got now? We just managed to get 40 something goals. Look where that that took us. 17th in the league. So we need goals, mate. We need goals in this team. We need goals, and at the moment we haven't got many goals in this team. All right, some of the defenders will get a few. Tonali get a few. Fernandez will probably get a few. Kudus will chip in. Teller chip in. But we need a couple of players up top who can get you one in the early 20s and one about 17, 18, just to get us near to the late 30s or 40s or something, and the rest to chip in, and there'll be a few own goals thrown in. But at the moment, mate, it's mid-table.
Exactly.
It's mid-table. We've got such an opportunity now to pump the money in and get a couple of top strikers and really, go for perhaps the champion. If we got a couple of top strikers, I think we could do the Champions League. I really could.
Well,
There's
this
a
is
couple of
it.
top
If
choices.
well, yeah, yeah. If as I say, the transfer window for me is only 50% complete. If we was to get this left winger, whoever that may be, if we get that striker who can at least guarantee us 12 to 15 Premier League goals this season, then
Yeah,
maybe fifth, fourth. Again, some may say if United can do it, and they only had one game a week last season, they got straight into the top four. If say Spurs can't do that, but
maybe.
I'm just looking at reality right now.
You got to look. I'm
Two,
just going by what we got, Flicks. I'm just going by what we got at the
exactly,
moment,
yeah,
and
exactly,
it's 10th, at least 8th, 10th at the moment. I really, so I think we
yeah,
can end up. I know it's an improvement of last season, but
definitely,
yeah, I get,
definitely,
maybe, maybe a good cut run, but I can't. Like I said, we're not gonna win the cup with what we got up top. Oh, we are. We're not gonna win the Mill
no,
Cup with the FA
no,
Cup. We ain't got the
no,
strikers to do it.
no,
But like I said, we had a
no,
fully fit Kulu, a fully fit Madison, and a Xavi Simmons, and have them in the team, and they're fully fit for the start of the season. I think we could, get top 5, top 6, maybe
yeah,
6,
top
7,
top
top 6.
six, top
Yeah,
six,
yeah,
yeah,
because we'll
definitely,
have Xavi
definitely, yeah,
Simmons, Kulu, and Madison. They'll all be chipping in with a few goals.
yeah,
Creativity and all that. But at the moment, we've got no creativity in the team, and our strikers are poor.
exactly,
So
yeah, yeah,
that's about it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
can't. That's about it, mate. I can't think of anything else really to say on the old striker front. I really
Yeah,
can't.
it's very, 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 very dry. What's your thoughts on Jed Spence possibly moving on?
No, I'd rather keep him. Udogi can
You
go. I'll get rid of Udogi.
exactly, yeah,
He's,
exactly.
he's
I've been
another.
saying that.
He's another Ryan. You remember Ryan Session? Remember him?
Yes,
He's another
yes,
one of them. Always
yeah,
injured.
yeah.
Move him on. Move him on. He's always injured. He's injured again, isn't he? Or he trips over a blade of
Udogie,
grass or something.
I think he's all right at the moment. Well,
Oh, is
season ain't
he?
started yet.
Yeah, but he's not gonna. He's not gonna last. If he be
Yeah,
another one injured after a few games, he'd be out injured for about a month, 6 weeks. You can't rely on
yeah,
him.
yeah.
I think that's why they kept that Sousa, that Brazilian boy behind. Left. That's why they haven't sold him because they know Udogi's out. So that's why they probably kept that Sousa. Didn't sell him off because they probably need him. They got Robertson
Yeah.
and they've probably still got Ben Day. So they covered that left back. But regarding Jed Spence, anything happens to Porro, because Porro's pretty good. He doesn't really get injured, does he? But anything does
No,
happen to
no,
Porro,
no,
anything
no.
happens to Porro and Spurs sell Spence, it's Archie Gray at right back, isn't it? Mr.
Exactly, yeah.
Versatility. And do you really want to see Archie Gray playing right back if Porro gets injured, if they sell Spence?
No, no.
You got to keep, I think Spence wants to start. I can understand that.
Mm.
But you can play Spence at right back and Porro at right wing or something, couldn't you, if Kudus isn't fit?
Yeah, of course, yeah, of
You can
course,
play Porro
of
down
course.
further up and Spence behind, so you can get away with it. You can do that.
Yeah, yeah,
That's an option, isn't it?
yeah, exactly. Spence, he done all right in the World Cup.
He's a
Like,
good
like I
player.
was.
Spence is a good. I think he comes with a bit of an attitude. I think it's what I keep
Oh
hearing.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
a bit of
yeah,
an attitude,
yeah.
a little bit of a. Oh, wait, I don't know what kind of attitude. I think he's got something, a little funny streak. A bit of a what's name in him, a bit of a streak in him. But
Mm.
he's a good player. And like I said, I'd rather keep him than Udogi.
Yeah, 100% there. 100% agree with
Really,
that
because
one.
it's
Yeah,
Archie Gray right
yeah.
back otherwise, isn't it? If Spence goes, Archie Gray covering, and he's not a right back, is he, Archie Gray?
No, no, he's more of a central midfielder. But then how many times has he played in his natural position? I do feel for Gray, I really do. I
Yeah,
really
and
do.
he's not
I
he's
know
not a
it's
bad player. He's not a bad player. He's not.
yeah.
I'd rather keep him than Berg. What's your thing about Berger? Would you keep him or move him on?
I'd move Bergville one. Like I've said many times, like I've said in this stream as well. A lot of people say, "Well, the ceiling's high." Well, how high is that ceiling? Because we've not seen that potential from Bergville yet. How much longer do we have to wait? We've waited 2 seasons already. To think we're relying on certain players like Bergville to get us out of relegation scrap, and
Yeah, Jesus, yeah.
it really isn't good enough. It's
No,
time
no,
to
no.
move on. Time to move him on. But
Yeah,
to, to, to,
sell him to Forest, and hopefully you can get Morgan Gibbs White, with a bit of
oh,
money.
that that
That
that
would be
that would
good.
be an
That's
absolute
the player we could
bargain.
do with
Yeah,
Morgan Gibbs White, who
mm,
can play the number 10, couldn't he? Because he
he
done
could
well with
do.
Forest last year. He got about a dozen, 12, 13 goals last year for Forest. So Morgan
Yeah,
Gibbs White that'd be a very good play for Spurs. But
yeah,
Bergville, if I'm going to go in him, so I'll just quickly, players I'd let go. Vicario, that's gone quiet. Bergville. Who else have we got? Solomon's gone, isn't he? Richarlison, Solanke can go. Who else? Papasar can go. I reckon he'll end up going. He can end up going to Villa, couldn't he? I think Villa won. So there's about 5. There's at least about 6, maybe 7 players they can still ship out, but they've got to get at least 2, definitely 2, ideally 3 attacking kind of players, and then we'll be really up and running, mate.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so, Simon.
Listen, I'm gonna let you crack on having your little chat with whoever's out there. And you're going to be doing these streams now and again, these live chat. We're going to be doing these ones on live.
Yeah. I normally do a show on a Monday and maybe a Tuesday or Wednesday. Definitely, definitely.
I'll look out for it anyway. Thanks for letting me come on, and all the best. I'll speak to you soon.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Take care.
Bye. Bye.
So yes, people. Hang on. What are we doing there? What are we doing? What are we doing here? Here we go. Yes, so big up Simon there for jumping on. If anyone else wants to join me, let me know in the chat. You know, let me put the link out there one more time in the chat if anyone else wants to join me. Let me put the link out there quickly. Bear me one sec, people. Hang on. I think the link's gone out now. Yeah, the link's in the chat. So if anyone else wants to join me, let me know. Let me know. You know, I'd love to hear your thoughts. You know, are we going to get this left wing? Are we going to get this striker? Are we? You know, it's getting very some may say desperate times now. Desperate times. Clock's ticking. What's going on, Enoch? What is going on? We've got a fantastic manager, coach, whatever you want to call De Zerbi. We've got it, but he needs the tools. Like any job, you need your tools. You need your Bosch tools. You need your top dollar tools to, you know, get to that next step. Yeah, to get to that next step. I'm only on 16 likes as well, people. What's going on? Smash that like button, free of charge. Free of charge, people, free of charge. And please sub to the channel as well if you've never subbed. I really, really appreciate it. Right, there's a few more comments here I'm just going to read out. But yeah, the link's in the chat if anyone else wants to join me. Sniper's Dream again saying Bayern would be insane to sell Kane. Absolutely. But look, come on, Harry Kane, man. Just for one more time, see him in a Spurs shirt. And again, look, he's got a good enough reason to come back to the Premier League, to beat Alan Shearer's all-time goal-scoring record. I think it correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but I think Harry Kane's 47 goals behind Shearer. And the way Kane is right now, I know some say the Bundesliga compared to the Premier League is totally different. But right now, Harry Kane is really living his dream right now. Goals galore. And I feel if he was to come back to the Premier League right now, he would smash Alan Shearer's all-time goal-scoring Premier League record. He really would. He has unfinished business in the Prem. He really does. What else we got here? Sonny, big up Sonny. If we're looking at Premier League, then Sarr from Palace. Yes. See, I'm not the only one that's mentioned Sarr. Then I actually mentioned Sarr yesterday on my stream. Again, check that stream out from yesterday if you've not seen it. But you know, not a bad play. He can play on the wing and he can play up top as well, striker. That's not a bad shout. That isn't a bad shout. And another player from Palace who I've mentioned many a times is this guy right here, Adam Wharton. Again, he'd be a phenomenal signing. Yeah? Thoughts on that, boys and girls? Thoughts on that one? Sonny again saying Palhinha versus Tonali. They would be a great partnership. Oh, that would be phenomenal. See, that one's pissed me off and all. Hearing that this morning that Aston Villa are pretty much on the verge or interested somewhere along those lines of getting João Palhinha. Why didn't Spurs go in for him from the get-go? I do not know. But to think Villa in talks, potentially signing him it's mental, isn't it? It's absolutely mental. Absolutely mental. What else we've got here? Big up. Dino would go in for Watkins. I would. Definitely. Watkins. Ollie Watkins, not a bad shout. I've mentioned Ivan Toney quite a few times. Premier League proven with Brentford. We all know what he's got. Not a bad shout. Big up Alfie. No solid links from Romano, etc. to attackers. Says it all to me. We are screwed. It's very divided now, isn't it? Very, very divided. You know, one section saying, I feel this is it now. This is it. Let's protest. Let's do this. Let's do that. The other part saying, no, we're not done yet. Deadline day, we are getting the business finished. We are getting our attackers. We are getting it over the line. But as it gets closer to deadline day, I'm starting to feel like it's not looking very good, is it? Not looking really good. Here we are, people. Here we are. Big up Dino again. We got to keep Jed. He can play both sides, 100%. 100%. Yeah, 100%. Dino, I agree with that one. Again, Dino saying Matona, Watkins, and Alex Scott would be the three I'd go for. Yeah, definitely. Alex Scott. This kid right here, Bournemouth. Great little midfielder, isn't he? Great little midfielder. Spurs fan as well, by the way. Spurs fan as well. You know, goal out for him. Again, striking options. Groppy. But again, that's gone very quiet, isn't it? You know, I mentioned him yesterday, but from my understanding, he's got an injury. So that's why that's all gone very quiet. I know PSG was supposedly linked with him, but that's all gone very, very quiet now. All gone very, very quiet. But, you know, put all your eggs in one basket, as they say, and go for this man. Yeah, like me and Simon were both talking about earlier. Go all out for a Morgan Gibbs-White, offer someone like Bergville or a Sarr, because all these players need to go. Yeah, it's the list. The list of outgoings is endless. Yeah, and it's just same old. Look, I've got my list there from yesterday. And I'll read it out again. Players that I feel need to leave Spurs: Solanke, Richarlison, Tell, Odibert, Yanmin Hoik, Kota Taiki, Romero. I put Madison in there just for the sake of him being injury prone. And can we afford, as a club, trying to at least get back to the level that we was with the Poch era, for example? Can we risk it? A Doogie, very injury prone. Sarr, athlete at best. Vicario, very average goalkeeper. A lot of players there. Bergville's another one. Offload. Other players out there that I've got written down for a striking option. Vlahovic, a free from Juve. He's a free man. I'm really shocked that no one's actually gone in for him yet. He's a free agent. It's a no-brainer, right? It's a no-brainer. Give him a shout. Like I said, you would pretty much take anyone right now over Richarlison and Solanke. Go for him. I can't see Spurs getting Victor Osimhen. Of course, that would be a very good addition. But is it going to happen? Probably not. You know, probably not. Let's just see if there's any more comments in here. Big up Ryan and big up Flicks. Again, Ryan saying Romano just tweeted that Inter want Jed Spence, but the price that Spurs want is currently too high. Well, let's hope that price is kept very high, because we should be doing everything, absolutely everything to keep out of Jed Spence. If they let Jed Spence go, that is a huge mistake. I know a lot of people again, this is where the Spurs fans are very, very divided. Very divided. Oh, he throws his toys at the pram. His attitude stinks. Get rid. We don't need players that have got bad attitude. Well, in my opinion, he definitely hasn't got that attitude compared to a Christian Romero, who's always throwing his toys at the pram, mate. Yeah, you know, going back to the World Cup, look how Jed Spence was in the World Cup. He was absolutely phenomenal, and this could be the turning point. And call me deluded, whatever. I do not care. But Spence, put it this way: look how Gareth Bale played when we first got Gareth Bale. Why did we get Gareth Bale? We got Gareth Bale for his free kicks. We didn't get Gareth Bale for his pace, his skill. That come later on. He burst into the scene later on. Yeah, I feel Jed Spence is doing the same. That was the making of him in the World Cup. The way he was beating players, taking players on, taking Messi on. He did not care who was in front of him. He took that player on. Look how he won that ball when we played Argentina. He had to make up so much space, yet he put that pace on. He got on that bike and he won that ball. Yeah. So Spurs should be doing absolutely everything right now to keep hold of Jed Spence, because if they let him go, that will be a huge mistake. Look, I get that he wants to play first in football. He doesn't want to be a bench warmer, but look, he can play on the left and he can play on the right. Yeah, there's a lot of options there for him. Put him out on the wing. Why not? Put him out on the wing. Yeah. Why not? Why not? Because at the end of the day, it would be a bad mistake to let Jed Spence go. It really would. It really would. Dino again. How can we give Madders the captain when he's so injury prone? Surely that can't happen. It will probably be VDV who gets it now. Yeah, I've said many times in my videos, etc. It's going to be a huge toss up between someone like James Maddison and Mickey van der Ven, possibly Pedro Porro. I would throw Pedro Porro in the mix as well for a possible captain. Why not? Why not? Again, Dino saying Valovic is asking for a crazy signing in a free and wages. While it might be a free agent, you're still taking over 30 million in signing, i.e., fee and the wages and his age. Again, Daniel saying his agent wants over 20 million for a signing on a fee. Again, he's saying there's no reason why no one has signed Valovic. It's not the signing on fee and wages. Here we go, people. Here we go. Right, I'm only on 18 likes. I'm only on 18 likes, people. If you've not hit that like button yet, please, please, please smash that like button on your way through. I'd really appreciate it. I don't think anyone else is. No, it's no one else here yet. Right, that's pretty much me done now. I've done over an hour. So I smashed it. I've only said to myself before the stream, I'm only going to do 45 minutes. So I've done over an hour now. So big up to each and every one of you in the chat for supporting me. Like I said, and I'll say again, sub to the channel. If you've not subbed to the channel, share the channel with your friends and family. Smash the likes. It's free of charge. I really do appreciate the support from each and every one of you. Really, really do. And keep your notifications on, so when I do upload, you hear it first. Yes, so that's pretty much me done. Look, regarding Romero, before I go, is he going to join Arsenal or is he going to join Atletico Madrid? That's all up in the air still, isn't it? So, as they say, let's watch this space. And see what happens. So, yes, like I said, big up to each and every one of you. Smash the likes, sub to the channel, and I will see you on the next video. Take it easy, people, and up the Spurs.